Hello, everyone. Hello, good evening. Please, if you can hear me, use the chat box. Good evening. How are you all doing? Treasure, Barakat, how are you all? Namdi. Okay, beautiful. So you're welcome back to the class. So we're having a brief recap before we enter the main class for today, all right? So, all right, Barakat, you did your homework. That's very beautiful. Hope we all did our homework. How many of us did our assignments and the quiz too? Baraka, that's very beautiful. Chelo, did you do your assignment? Okay, that's beautiful. Okay. Namdi, how about you? Did you do your assignment? Zimuzo, your app have been hanging. Maybe try refreshing it. You don't know how to submit it, Faramid. There is a submit button by the right hand side in the app. Maybe you can check that. Just click on it, then upload the assignment, Faramid. All right, so for the recap, who can remind me our topic for yesterday? Namdi, no problem. Just try and do the quiz, okay? So who can remind me of the beautiful treasure? Nice. Barakat. Yes. Visual storytelling. Thomas Nachi, you did it. Nice. Okay. So who can remind me what is visual storytelling? Doka, you are guessing how? Namdi, beautiful. So what is visual storytelling? Yes, I'm waiting for your answers. What is visual storytelling? Good evening, Chimamanda. You're welcome. Nice, Nnamdi. Barakat, this beautiful. The art of conveying stories. Nice. Yes, keep it coming. Good. This is very nice. Good evening, dear. How are you doing? Okay. So our scene is, we said yesterday we talked about sin and then we divided sin into different parts. So list those parts of sins. Chimamanda, that's beautiful. Edwin, nice. Okay, so now I want you guys to list the types of sin that we have. Barakat, that's nice. Yes. Just two persons. Good. Yes, keep the answer coming. I love that. Barakat, wide, medium, close up. There are not types of sin there. So the types of sins we have are the part of sins rather, because we said that sins are divided into different parts, which are the starting, the middle, and the ending. Okay. So now you're going to give me the four examples of shots that was listed yesterday. We are now in the examples of shots. Thomas Nachidi is nice. Okay, guys, I need the examples of shots. Wide shot, nice. Dr. Jerry, I saw that. That's beautiful. Yes. Long shot. Center. We didn't really talk about long shots yesterday. You know, long shots and wild shots. They can be used. Good. Okay, this is beautiful. That means you guys really followed. Good. So we all still remember. So we have the wide shot, the medium, the close-up shot, and then the POV. Hope we still remember what is POV. What's the full meaning of POV? What is the full meaning of POV? It's under the shots, the types of examples of shots. Good. Point of view. Nice. Good. So hope we still remember the meaning of these examples of shots we discussed yesterday. Do we all still remember? Do we all still good? Treasure, you still remember? All right, that's nice. So if I should ask you any question on those examples, at least the meaning, you can be able to do that, right? Okay, so let's try that out. So what is POV? So we agree that POV is part of the example. So what is POV? We already said it's point of view. So I need you to explain to me just the way we did yesterday. Yeah, Doc, I know that it's point of scale, like it's point of view, not sale, actually. Nice, Treasure. I love that. Barakat, you're correct. Treasure, you're correct too. Just the both of them. Shows exactly what the characters is good. Okay, so the video is on Link School and on YouTube. So this is what we're going to do before the class starts properly. You're going to go there and you're going to go there, watch the video. Then if you have any question, please do well to ask before the class starts properly. So the link for the one on the YouTube will be pasted very soon. So if you have any question, you can ask. You got 100. Nice. Congratulations there. Please, someone is on the screen. Amanda, you got 100 points. Beautiful. Please, if you have any question, do well to ask. But before then, go to the YouTube and watch the video for day 3 or the Lean School. The video is also available on Lean School app. And if you've not done your assignments, you can start. Okay, the test. There's a test for each day. Moyiwa. It's on Lean School app. You can just go there. So the link to the YouTube video, this is it. So please go and watch the video then. If you have a question, please do well to ask because the class will be starting anytime soon. Hope we all know what we'll be learning today. You were asked to actually download CapCut and install it for today's class because we'll be doing editing today. So hope we've all gotten our CapCut. Hope we've all downloaded it. Please, someone is on the screen. Treasure, you're drawing on the screen there. Please, if you've not downloaded CapCut, do well to download and install it before the class starts. Wow, that's nice. You've used it to practice. Please watch the video. Then if you have any question, ask before the class commences.
All right. Good evening, everyone, and hello to you. How are you all doing? If you can hear me, please let me know in the chat box. If you can hear me, respond in the chat box so we can move on with the class. I know and I understand that you all are practically ready for today's class and excited as well because today we're going to learn a lot, a whole lot, with the videos you've generated from yesterday. All right. So by indicating that you can hear me, I guess you're ready for the class. So let's get started. Today, we'll be talking about video editing basics. All right. First, you all are welcome to the world of editing. And in this class, we will discover the fundamental techniques to enhance your video projects. Okay. Before I move on further, I would like you all to do one thing for me. Please stop whatever you're doing now, okay, and pay attention. Give me your attention so that we all can work together. I wouldn't want anyone to be left behind or lost while the class is going on. I need you all to give me your attention. If we all agree on that, let me know in the chat box. Don't worry about what happened yesterday. Don't worry about yesterday's class. Focus on today's class so that we will all move on together. Yes, and most importantly, I'm sure we all have our CapCut software downloaded and ready to be used for editing. If you can hear me, let me know. All right. If you're ready to move on with the class, let me know. If you're ready to move on, let me know. Give me a thumbs up or let me know in the chat box. If you're ready to move on. Are we all ready? Are we all good? No, today's class is different. But we'll be using whatever we've generated, which is the videos you generated from yesterday's class, to complete today's class task. Okay? That's for today's class. All right, so I'll be moving on. Now, by learning to use tools like CapCut, you will be able to craft stunning videos that express your creativity. Let's dive in and start creating amazing content together. All right? First, what is video editing? Or what is editing, rather? Video editing is how we turn many small video clips into one complete story. When you record a video, it usually has mistakes, pauses, or extra parts. Editing helps you choose the best moments and arrange them so the video makes sense and looks good. We're all following, right? We move on. Why editing is important? Editing is important because it captures attention, which is the first point, which explains that good editing keeps viewers engaged. The second is that it enhances quality. Editing can change a video from meh to wow. All right. The third is that it communicates ideas. So editing helps you express what you want to say clearly, right? In a video, you have a lot to say, but with editing, you can talk about so many things visually. Now, what to consider while editing? First, you consider your audience. Your audience matters a lot. Now, think about your friends, your family, or your followers and tailor your edits based on what they might enjoy. So, you already know that when you watch a video, there are certain things you're looking out for. While you're editing your own video, make sure that you consider what others are looking out for in mind and add it to your video so that it looks good and everybody would enjoy it while watching it. The second is the length of your video. That's the second thing to consider, or the second point to consider while editing. Keep your video entertaining, but not too long. Shorten your videos because the shorter videos often hold attention better. The third is the visual style. For the visual style, you choose colors and styles that fit the mood of your videos. Now, visuals can set the entire tone, which we all agree on, because it's what you see that you communicate. You communicate with rather. So as you're looking or as you're watching, you're communicating visually without you opening your mouth to say anything. The only thing you can be saying is, wow, wow, I enjoyed this video. What did I just watch? This is so thrilling and all that. So you're expressing what you've communicated or what has been communicated. Tools for editing. Now, editing tools are apps or software that helps you do all the work easily. Okay, can you all hear me now? I think we are having a little network problem here. Some people can't hear me. Please, can you hear me now? If you can hear me, react in the chat box, okay? I wouldn't want anyone to be left behind. All right, okay. So we move on. Now, editing tools, they allow you cut videos and add music, including texts and effects. CapCut is one of these tools and it is great for beginners. Now, introduction to CapCut. This is where we're going to be practicalizing editing using CapCut. First, we have to download CapCut. Now, in downloading, you can find CapCut in the App Store on your phone or computer. It is free and easy to download. So just type it in the search bar and hit install, just like you're seeing on the screen. Installing the app. So once you've downloaded CapCut, follow the instructions to install. It's just like following a recipe, which is super simple. So soon you will be ready to create and edit your videos. We'll move on to importing video and audio into CapCut. Now, before we move on into the step proper, we have to open our CapCut. So go to your downloaded CapCut software on your system and open the app. So I need everybody to open their CapCut now. Open your CapCut app now. Okay. Open your CapCut app. Open your CapCut app. Open your CapCut app. If you've opened your CapCut app, let me know in the chat box so we can move on with the class. I bet you all can see my screen now. I bet you all can see my screen. If you can, let me know. And if you've opened your CapCut, let me know. So one thing you will notice is that your CapCut and mine might not look the same, okay? And you should not worry about that. All right. We are here to achieve one purpose, which is editing our video. Okay. And if you're ready, let me know. So we'll move on with the class. Open your CapCut app. Go to your app or go to search on your PC and type CapCut and click on it to open. Have you all opened our CapCut? Let me know in the chat box. Let us move on. Are we ready? Ready, ready, ready. All right, so we move on. So first, we click on create new. You see where they say new project or create new. So click on new project or create new. All right, are we all through with opening our CapCut app? You can see mine on the screen now. I bet this looks the same like yours. Have we all opened our CapCut? Victory, open yours. Open yours. You're waiting. Neil, Richard, open yours. Christy, I'm waiting. I'm waiting. King Perez, open your CapCut, all right? Open your CapCut app. Okay. Ngene Chimdiogo. Okay, tell someone around you that is higher than you are, maybe your mom or your guardian or your parents, to help you downloading CapCut. Okay? Tell them to help you download CapCut on the device you're using. Moyoluwa, tell your parents or your guardian to help you download CapCut. If you're using a phone, you can as well use CapCut. All right, so we'll move on. We'll move on. So if you open CapCut, you click on Create Projects. You'll be seeing the page that you're seeing on my screen now. So what you're seeing on the screen is the steps that you'll be following. Okay. Now, first, let's go back to our steps. The steps that we're supposed to follow. Now, the first step. ah, Hold on, let me share my screen so we can see the first step to follow. So the first step to follow is adding clips. I need you all to pay attention. First, we're going to be adding clips to our CapCut. In adding clips, we have to start editing. So to start editing, you will need to import your videos. That is the adding clips. Now you click on the import button and select the footage you want to import. That is the videos you want to import into your CapCut and edit. You will click on import and select them. Right, so gonna share my screen so you see how I do mine. So this is my CapCut. I'll click on import. Please pay attention. I'll click on import and select the videos I want to use. So in selecting the videos you'll be using is the ones you generated from yesterday's class. So if you have the videos ready, import them into CapCut. But if you don't, you can select other videos that you have available and import them into CapCut. So for people using phones, once you open your CapCut, you create a new project. Once you open your CapCut, sorry, you're going to click on edit. So there's an edit icon that looks like scissors. Once you click on it, you click on new video. So it's going to upload the videos you have on the device, on the screen, and you select the videos you want to use for the editing. Okay? For those using your phone, please pay attention. When you open your CapCut, you select a edit icon. It looks like a scissors icon. Select it and click on create video. A dialog box is going to appear displaying the videos you have on your phone. Now you select those videos you want to use for the editing and click OK. So now I've opened mine and I've imported the videos as well. So if you're at this stage, let me know. If you've imported your videos, let me know. Treasure, you import as much as you want, but you can start with 2 videos so it doesn't get too much. You can start with 2 videos. If you're using your phone, you can import 2 videos. If you're using your laptop, you can import up to 4. Okay. Juliana, what's the problem? Have you imported your videos? King Perez, have you imported your videos? Leslie, click on imports on CapCut. Click on import on CapCut and select videos from your laptop. So when you click on import, your file explorer is going to appear as a dialog box. From there, you can select the videos you want to import and click OK, and they will be imported. King Perez, have you imported your video? King Perez, if are you using your PC or your phone? Julian, I'm so sorry about your laptop. Okay. If your laptop is misbehaving and you can't follow up with the class, do well to pay attention. I need you to pay proper attention. The videos for the class will be available on our YouTube channel. Okay, so you will not miss out on anything. The video for this class is available on our YouTube channel. Have we all imported our videos? If you've imported your videos, let me know. Let me know. Treasure, what's the problem? Damian, what's your challenge? Moyoluwa, you should not feel lost, okay? Sorry about that. Sorry about your network challenge, but do not feel lost. So the video for yesterday's class is on the YouTube channel. The link was pasted in the chat box so you can watch the videos from yesterday. The videos for today's class will also be on the YouTube channel, okay? So you can go to the YouTube and watch the videos, or you click the link from the chat box and watch the videos. Have we all imported our videos? Leslie, what's the problem? I'm not getting so many yeses and I'm not encouraged. What's the problem? What's holding up? Moyoluwa, don't be sad, okay? You can go ahead and listen to what is going on. Listen and pay attention to what is going on in this class. So after the class, you can watch the video from yesterday's class first so that you understand how to generate the videos. And then you watch the video for today's class as well and understand how to edit the video so you're not left out in any way, okay? Just pay proper attention to this class. Just pay attention. So I need you to give me your ears and your eyes. Pay attention and see what you're doing. Leslie, don't worry about the wrong sin, okay? I'll still teach you how to delete sins later. You're welcome. All right, so are we all ready to move on? Have we all imported our videos? Have we all imported our videos? Okay, so this is what will happen. If you're having a challenge importing your videos, you should not worry. All I need you to do is to pay proper attention and listen to the class. Follow on with the class, okay? You should not panic or feel left behind. Just follow on with the class. All right? So we'll be moving on. If you've imported your video, which is the first step, that is good. And kudos to you for that. So we'll be moving on with the second step. The second step is adding videos to the timeline. Now, to add videos to the timeline, what we're going to do is to drag and drop the imported videos to the timeline. So once you've imported the video, you drag the video clips onto the timeline. It's simple, just like assembling a puzzle. All right, so we're going to do this now. This is the next step we'll be doing or be following on. So these are the videos we have. Please pay attention and watch your screen. These are the videos. Now we're going to drag each of this video to the timeline. Now look and see where I am dragging it to. Okay. So I'm dragging, this is the first video and I'm going to paste it here. This is my timeline. This is what we call a timeline. I'm going to drag the second video, and I'm going to paste it in the timeline. I'm going to drag the third video to the timeline, the fourth video to the timeline, the fifth video to the timeline, the sixth to the timeline, the seventh to the same timeline, the eighth goes on the last. That's the ninth video. And that is all I have. So I've added all the clips, all the video clips I have to the timeline. So I need you to do the same. Add your videos to the timeline. 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 If you're having issues with your laptop, please pay attention to what I am doing. Look on your screen. Okay? Look on the screen and see what I am doing. So if you're using a phone, once you import your video, it is automatically added to your timeline, to your video timeline. So you don't need to bother about adding it to the timeline. If you want to add extra videos, for those of you using your phones, pay attention. If you want to add extra video to your editing timeline, you click on the plus sign. There's a plus sign you'll see on the right hand side. Click on it and select another video that you want to add and add it in. If you've added your videos to the timeline, you should let me know in the chat box. If you've added your videos to the timeline, let me know in the chat box. All right, Lazon, if you're using a phone, like you said, once you import a video, your video has been added to the timeline already. So you don't need to add it again. So that means you're with me. Okay? If you want to add extra videos, if you're using a phone, you click on the plus icon. There's a plus icon on the right hand side. Click on it and select another video that you want to add and click OK. Select the videos you want to add and click Add if you're using a phone. If you're with me, let me know so we move on. Deborah, I'm so sorry about your network. Just pay attention to the class and look at your screen so you don't miss out. All right, we'll be moving on. So after adding videos to the timeline, the next is to cut and trim your videos. To cut and trim your videos, cutting your videos means cutting out the parts you don't need. That is removing unwanted parts you don't need from the video. All right. Trimming the edges simply implies removing extra time at the beginning or the end. Okay. Then previewing changes explains watching your edits to be sure they look right. So we're going to be trying this out. First, we'll be starting with cutting and trimming our videos. We'll be going back to CapCut to cut and trim our videos. So let me share my screen and we'll do that together. Don't worry about how long the video is or how short your video is. Just listen and pay attention to what I am doing so that nobody will be left behind. Pay attention. Okay. Now to cut our video, I'm gonna play this video. Look at your screen now. Don't do anything yet. Just look at your screen. Okay. I'm gonna play this video. I'm gonna pause it here. Okay. Now I want to divide this particular clip into two parts. That is cutting my video. I want to cut the video. Once I cut it, it's gonna be into two parts. Now I'll click on this icon that says split. Look at the screen. I'm gonna click on this icon that says split. I'm gonna click it and it splits into two. Now it has cut the video into two. I'm gonna take it back and watch it. You see, it doesn't look like it has been split into two because no part has been trimmed off. So since I've split it into two, I'm going to click on one part of the splitted video to trim it. Okay. So I'm going to click on one part, right click, and click on delete. Click on one part of the video, right click on that same part, and click on delete. Now I'm going to watch this video again. You see what happens now? The first part that was cut out wouldn't show again. So it has been trimmed out. To bring it back, you can do Ctrl Z. Okay? But we'll not be needing it now. So because we've cut it out. All right? I will repeat. Once you split your video, click on the parts you wouldn't be needing again that you want to trim. Right click on that part and click on delete. If you're with me, let me know. Mm. Doka, I asked your question in the chat box, okay? Ask me your questions in the chat box. Don't worry about anything that you don't understand now, okay? The video for this class will be available in the YouTube channel. So you can visit it and watch it as much as you want to understand what we are doing. But I need you to pay attention now. Don't get distracted with anything. Whether you have a video or not, whether you're using a phone or not, whether you're having network issues or not, look at your screen and give me your maximum attention, okay? Samuel, if you don't have CapCut, don't worry. Leslie, don't cry. I need you to look at the screen and pay attention to what I am doing. Okay, the link for the videos will be available in the YouTube channel. Sorry, the links for the YouTube videos rather will be available on the link school. Okay, so you can click on the link and watch the videos and understand the steps. All right, don't cry, don't feel sad. Just give me your attention and look at the screen. So we move on. If you're with me, let me know. If you're with me, let me know. Let me know in the chat box. All right, so we'll move on. The next step is trimming the edges, which we've done. Okay, we've done that. So that's not the next step. The next step is previewing our changes. So that is watching the clip again. Watching the clip again. So we're going to go back to CapCut and rewatch the clip to see that the deleted parts does not come up again. Okay. So as you can see it did not show. So we'll move on to the next. The next step is, let me share my screen. So move all along together. So we've done cutting, which is this. The next is stretching and shrinking the frame rate. All right. Now, to do that, we have to understand what frame rate means. Now, frame rate is how many pictures or frames are shown per second. A higher frame rate smooths out movements, which makes your videos look better. All right. So we're going to go on to practicalize this. Please pay attention. I'm going to share my screen to see what we mean by frame rate. Now, this is our CapCut. You come to this place, they wrote ratio. You can all see it. You click on ratio. Now we have a default frame rate, which is 16:9. And we can choose something smaller. can go for this. You see what it does to our display here? It shrinks the size of the frame. Now, this is our frame. This is our frame. Now we choose another size for it, which is a different frame rate from what we had, and it shrinked it to that size. And we can go back to choose the default that we were using, which is 16 by 9, and we have it. So that is what a frame rate is. Now we'll be moving on to the next. We'll be moving on to the next. I need you all to pay attention. Like I said, you should not feel sad that you're not following what is going on in the class. Okay? Don't feel sad. All I need you to do is pay attention to what I am doing and look at your screen so that when you watch the videos again, you will better understand how to do it yourself. Okay? Now, the next is adjusting speed. You can adjust, you can speed up rather or slow down parts of your video. Now, if someone is running, you can make it faster for comedic effects or slow it down for drama. So we're going to try this out with one of our clips and see what we have. So now we have this. Just stretch. So click on one of the video clips and we click on speed. Click on speed. Now, if you look closely, we have what we 1.00x. Now we can click on the page up icon to increase the speed, and we can click on the page down icon to decrease the speed. So we're going to increase the speed and watch the video to see what it looks like. Okay, so we've seen the effects. We've seen the effects of increasing the speed. Now let us reduce it. You can drag this and drop it. Let's reduce it to 0.36 and see what happens. Now you see what happens. The first one went so fast, went faster, but the second took it slow, more like a slow motion. So taking it one after the other, from the sound to the words to the actions, and everything in the video was going one after the other in a smooth process. All right. We'll be moving on. Before that, if you're following me, let me know in the chat box. If you're following me, let me know in the chat box. All right, so we'll be moving on. We'll be moving on. Idunu, stop drawing on the screen. Be advised to stop drawing on the screen. Okay, so you will not be removed from the lesson class. So please, we move on. Moving on to the next step. After adjusting speed, the next step is the visual effects. Okay. Now, this is where we change frame rates. Now, changing frame rates can add some cool effects like slow motion or time lapse, and this can really boost excitement. This can really boost excitement for someone watching the video. So we're going to try this out, which is adding visual effects. Share my screen. So we'll see what happens. So now I'll click on effects. Click on effects. All right. These are the sample effects that we have. And we're going to download a few. So we're going to download this and add this effect to our video. So I'm going to add this effect to my video. I'm going to add it here. Let me try downloading an other effect. Let me add this here. Let me third effect. You can have a lot. So I'm going to add this in the beginning. Okay. So we're going to watch this and see how it turns out. Let's watch again. So this is what effects look like on our videos. It brings out a lot of visual excitement from our videos. We're going to move on. Okay. Moving on. The next step So the next step is understanding transitions in video editing. Now we'll be moving on to adding transitions to our video. First, what is a transition? A transition is a smooth change between clips. All right. Types of transition. It is the CapCut offers many transitions from fade to sweep. The first, which is fade, explains how one clip slowly fades into another. So you have a clip and it looks like it goes dark and it opens to a bright light in the other clip. That is what fades illustrates. Now the slide, which is the second transition, explains how the next clip slides onto the screen. How the next clip slides onto the screen. Now we have the third, which is dissolve. This is where two clips blend together smoothly. Two clips blending together smoothly. The fourth, which is zoom. The video zooms into the next scene. So it's we have some transitions that looks like the one we just did, which is effects. So some transitions looks like visual effects, but we're going to be trying all of this out. Now we have the fifth one, which is wipe, where one clip pushes the next into view. All right. So we're going to be trying out the first, which is fade. Now let's try it out. Now this is our CapCut. We click on transitions. Click on transitions. The first transition we have is fade. So we're going to look for a transition that looks like fade. So looking for something that depicts fade. Well, let's try this. So I'm going to add this transition here. I'm going to add it and let's see what happens after the clip. Let's try a free one. So let me delete some clips so we can see what we are doing. I think the clips are too much. Let's delete some of it and work with a few. All right. So it's easy to understand what we are doing. It allows us to stretch, to expand our video clips. Let me try adding the clip, the transition. All right. So I'm gonna watch this now. Maybe should add let's add this. Let's add it here. Right. So you watch. So we see what the transition looks like. So let's get another one. Let's add this and this. So I'm gonna add this here. I'm gonna add this transition here. And look for something else that illustrates what we've talked about. Add this here. So we're gonna play the video from the beginning and see what we have, including our transitions and our visual effects. All right, so we see what the video looks like after adding our transitions. We'll move on to the next. I'm gonna share my screen. Okay, Maru. Okay, you've tried it out already. That is nice. That is nice. Yes, you can pick the type of transition you want and add it to your video. Anyone that suits your video and that will make it exciting for the person watching it to enjoy it with so much excitement. It's very necessary that you make your choice. So we're gonna move on. But before that, if you're following, let me know in the chat box. Let me know in the chat box. Welcome. If you just joined, you're welcome. All right. So, um, I'm sorry that if that maybe you're not following up, probably because of network or your CapCut is having issues. So, but I want you to do something for me. Do me a favor and pay attention to what I am saying. The videos for the class will be available on the YouTube channel, all right? Mm. Paul, you were busy playing game in the class. Please pay proper attention, okay? I need you all to pay proper attention in the class. So now we move on. Using transitions. Now, using transitions, we can add transitions. And to add a transition, you drag it between two clips. All right, you drag transitions between two clips. Now we're going to try out adding transitions. Let's add a transition to our video. On this our video, we click on transition and we add, and that is what we just did. So we will be moving on. We will be moving on. So now we are moving on to adding text and captions to our video. First, to add text, we have what we call text overlays. Now, if you want to add a text or fun facts, use the text feature to overlay messages right on the video. All right. We have what we call font choices. Now we choose the type of font we want to use for our video because CapCut has many fonts. So out of those many fonts, you pick one that matches your video style and use it for your video. And we have what we call timing of text. This makes sure that your text appears when relevant. It's not helpful if it shows after the moment has passed. Now we're going to be trying all this out first before we move to importing audio, which is the next step. Now we'll click on text. And click on text, click on add text, says default text. So a default text means we're going to type in the text that we want. Now I'm going to type in, let me add my text here. Now I'll move on to edit this text. Now I'm going to say, I love the porn. I'm gonna say the pawn loves Kia. I'm gonna bold this and underline it. I'm gonna use this casing and I'm gonna change the color of the text to let's choose a color. I can increase the font size or decrease the font size. Can do that from here. Increase the font size and place it where I want it to be. I want the text to be here. Now let me decrease the font size because it's too much. This is where we talk about fonts. So fonts are in different sizes. So now we want this text to expand across to the end of the video, right? So we've done that and we are gonna test it out. I should do why? So if we look closely, our text has an issue. Someone else writes, the pawn loves Kia. Now we edit the text and we go back and play the video. We see that all these things now is added. So we have our text, and that is it. We'll move on to the next. All right, we'll move on to the next. If you're enjoying the class, let me know in the chat box. If you're enjoying the class, let me know in the chat box so we can move on. If you're just joining, you're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. All right, so if you're just joining, um you might not understand what we are doing, but do not panic and don't feel sad, don't feel left out. All I need you to do is to calm down, pay attention, listen to me, and look at your screens so that you understand what I'm doing. The link to this class will be available on the links. The video for this class is also available on our YouTube channel. So you can go ahead and watch the video after the class so you better understand how to do all of this. Okay. So we're moving on to importing audio. That is the next step we'll be taking. Now, in importing audio, we have what we call adding music. Now, to add music in CapCut, we're going to search for a sound effect or music that fits nicely to our video and add it to our video. We also have links to clip, which ensures audio matches visuals for better synchronization. So that means your the sound that you're adding to or the audio you're adding to your video has to match the sound of the video. You've seen where maybe you've watched a film, and while watching the film, someone will say something and that action comes later after the person have said that. So that is what we call not that's an improper synchronization. So but a proper synchronization is where you talk, and as you're talking the audio matches your lips sound or the sign of your lips. Okay, that is what we call link to clips. Now we have what we call recording voice, which is in app recording. So you can record your voice directly in CapCut. Now all you need to do is find the voice recording feature and hit record. You speak clearly to make sure everyone understands. But we're going to try all of this out. Okay. Now, adding audio to timeline. We are going to do this too. Now, to add audio to timeline, first you place the audio. And in placing the audio, You drag the audio clips into the timeline where you want them. Now, the easiest way to illustrate this is you thinking of it like mixing ingredients in a recipe, getting the balance just right. So you, when cooking, you add salt, you add maggi, you add water, you add vegetable. So that is what it looks like in editing. And after that, you're going to go on to cutting and trimming audio. So first, let us illustrate adding audio. Okay. So I'm going to share my screen. We'll move on with that. And this is my screen, right? Move on to audio. Click on audio. Click on audio. We'll download an audio sound here. I'm going to choose for a free audio sound, which I don't think any of them is free. So we're going to just download anyone. Let's download one. And we're going to add this sound. Now, the process of adding this sound, dragging this sound into the timeline is what we call adding audio to timeline. Okay. So we're going to add this to the timeline. I'm going to add it here. All right. So we've added an audio to the timeline. Now I'm going to go back and play this and see if the audio effect comes out. Now you've seen the effect of the audio. So let us try recording our voice. Okay. Now to record a voice, you click on this icon that looks like a mic icon. It says voiceover. Click on it and it gives you where you can have an editing for it. So click on record. Okay. I'm going to record this and I will say, I love what is going on. Okay. So that is not smooth. I'm going to delete it. So maybe before we record a voice, we have to trim the audio that we have. Okay. So now to trim this audio, that is cutting and trimming, which was supposed to be the next step. We're going to take it now. All right. So let's go back. Before we record the voice, let us trim first. All right. So cutting and trimming audio. It says adjusting audio clips, which means cutting parts you don't want for a clearer sound. So you notice that when you wanted to record a sound, the audio clip was still running and it was affecting the sound that we wanted to record. So instead of recording our voice, it was recording the clip. So, but for us to have a clearer sound, we need to cut it. All right. And here are the steps in cutting and trimming. So we're going to go back and try out this step. So let us do it ourselves. So now, this is where our video ended. As you all can see, we click on split again, split. Now it says couldn't split at current position. we click what we want to split, which is the audio, and click on split again. Now you see it splits. So before you split anything, you click on what you want to split, whether it's the video of the or the audio. Now to split, I'm going to delete the extra clip because I don't need it anymore. Now I'm going to split this again so I'll be able to record my voice in between. So I'm going to split it again. I'm going to click on it and split it again. Now I'm going to adjust this, adjust the tone so it fits in when the voice is coming up. I want it to fade in. Now I'm going to leave this two so we see the effect of the two. So I'm still going to further split this. I'm still going to further split this and delete this part. Okay. Now here is where I'll record my voice. All right. So I'll start on by clicking on the mic and hitting the red button to start recording. Ah, I don't like what is going on in this place. Why is Spawn so scared of Kia? That doesn't sound right. Yeah. So we end our recording here. Right? We recorded our voice. Now we're gonna start this from the beginning and see what it looks like. I don't like what is going on in this place. Why is Spawn so scared of Kia? That doesn't sound right. Yeah.
This meeting is being recorded.
Now you can see my screen. Let me know. All right, so we'll try out step. Put them here. Now we can decide to reduce this, and we say fade in, and we say fade in. The sound should fade in. The sound should fade in and fade out at this sound. All right, so we're gonna try it again and see how the sounds work. Now you see what happens. We can barely hear the sound now, right? We can barely hear the sound now because we've managed the sound, right? We've managed the sound. So the next thing we're gonna do is to manage the sound for the voiceover, the audio for the voiceover. Let us work on that too and see. So I'm only gonna reduce the volume and fade it in, and I'm not gonna fade it out. So let's see what happens. And the other sound. So we have to manage the two so they work well. Now we have what we call audio transitions. Okay. We talked about audio transitions. Now we go back. We also have voice filters and characters. So we go back to transitions. We're going to add one of the transitions to our audio and see what happens. Click on your audio. So we play. Now, that is what audio transition explains. So how we transit from one audio to the other without being harsh. You know how we introduced one audio or switch from one audio to another. So you've seen how that played out. So when you watch it now, you feel that the sound was inside, the voiceover was inside the sound that we added, but it was not. We added that separately. And so we move on. We move on to exporting our video. So I'm going to share my screen. So here we'll talk about exporting our videos, the ones that we have worked on. So to export your video, you get your video ready to share with everyone, all right? Which means after you've exported it, you cannot edit it again, except you start from the beginning. So that is why it's good for you to add your transitions, your visual effects, your audios, everything, and watch it by previewing it. You watch it over and over again and make sure that it suits your style before you export. Because once you export, that means you're ready to share with everyone. Okay. Now in exporting, we choose quality. First, we select the best quality settings. Sorry, the best quality setting for your video. Right? And then we save it safely. And in saving it safely, this is where you choose where to save your video. Now, before we move on to playing and sharing your video, let us export our video first. So we export. I'm going to share my screen. Now in exporting, I'm going to click on export. Click on export.
This meeting is being recorded.
So now we've seen what we have, right? And that is it for our video. So our video is still being generated, and we're going to be moving on. So, but before we move on, if you followed to this point, let me know in the chat box. If you followed up to this point, let me know in the chat box. Yes, you can still use the music. You can still use the music. Oh, I'm happy that a lot of you are following up. So let us move on and move on to playing and sharing our video. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen for us to play how to play and share our video. So playing and sharing our video. Here we first find your video. So once exported, you locate your video file on your device. Right. So that was why we chose the file where we wanted our video to be. So it's not be hard for us to locate it. Now you could make an album for all your creations. That means you create a folder where you store all your videos, or you have a particular album for it on your device. Now, before we move on to sharing and playing our video, because it's still being generated, let us understand copyright and licenses. What is copyright? Copyright is the legal protection for creative work. It means no one can use your video or images without your permission. So you see those sounds that we were adding that time, and because of those sounds, we could not export our video. Those things could be as a result of copyright, but that is not the reason. Because if you have a sound in your video that is someone else's original sound, that means someone created that sound and you're using it free of charge because you're not the one that created it, that is a copyright violation, because you did not take permission from that person before you use their sound. So you have to take permission, or you create your own sound and use it in your own videos. Okay, so that is why we add voiceovers and just use only voiceovers without using audio. Now, using music and clips, always check if music or clips you use are free or require a license. Use sites that provide free music for video editing. You see this now. Before you add any music, just like the one I did, I added sound, but the sound was not free. So before I exported, I had to delete the sound and export it without the sound, because I don't have the license for it. But you can look for softwares or AI that can create a video editing, that can create a music sound for your editing. So you can use them in your videos, okay, while editing. Now, giving credits. If you use someone else's work, give proper credits, because it's like saying thank you to teachers or friends for their help. All right. So when you use someone else's music or sound that you know that was not created by you, when exporting and sharing your video and playing them, make sure that you give credit to that person. Anytime you share that video with anybody, make sure you give credit to that person. It's just like someone helps you to carry water or helps you to carry your bag and you say thank you. So it's the same way as giving credit to that person. All right. Now, thank you for joining in on the class. All right. I hope you had fun learning about video editing. And remember, practice makes you better. So keep creating. Follow for more fun. Follow us on the YouTube channel. Go ahead and subscribe and click on the notification icon so that whenever we post a video, you can go ahead and get it and watch it. Be the first person to watch itself before anybody will watch it. So if you enjoyed this session, follow our social media channel. That is the YouTube channel. Subscribe on the YouTube channel and follow for more tips and tricks on video editing. Let's keep learning together. All right. Remember to stay creative. So keep experimenting and having fun with your videos. You're on the path to becoming a great editor. Cheers to you, just staying up to this point and learning so well. So at this point, we've come to the end of the class for today. If you have questions for me, please do well to ask me your questions. All right. So before we start the questions, let me now teach you. I guess our videos must have been through generating our videos, so I can teach you how to share and play your videos. Okay. So I'll share my screen one last time. image. Alright, so this is our CapCut. We are through generating our video. So we're going to open our file explorer. You open your file explorer on your PC and click on videos because that was where I saved mine. So you see the folder that says Pon and Kia. I'm going to open the folder and I'm going to play the video. Have the MP3 format and the MP4. So I'm going to play using my media player. Let's see what we have. So this is not showing the sound. Let us use a different, okay. So MP3 was just for the audio and we have MP4 for the video. So let's play MP4. All right, so that is how you do share and play your video, okay? So if you have questions, ask me your questions. Ask me your questions. All right, so I'll be giving you what you'll be doing for the project. So for the project, you have to generate first, you generate a story. Use that story to create an image. Use that image you created to create a video and edit the video. Is the project clear? So you generate a story. We'll be practicing all we've done for this program in our project. So first we created the story, from a story to an image, from an image to a video, and from a video to the editing. So in that order, will you take our projects. All right. Idunu, stop drawing. Generate a story, go ahead and create an image with that story and use the image to create a video and edit the video. All right. Tomorrow will be a presentation class, so don't worry about where to submit it. You'll be submitting it on Zoom. Okay, so everybody will be presenting tomorrow. You all share your screen tomorrow and present your project. So do well to do the project. All right. See, there's no other questions. So we'll see you tomorrow. Do well to do your assignments and do the project. Submit your assignment on the Link School app and get your project ready for presentations tomorrow. Okay. See you all tomorrow and have a good evening.